Welcome to Intuitive Astrology with Molly McCord. Thank you so much for joining me today, as this is a bonus podcast episode focusing on a very special alignment of planets, points, and asteroids in the water signs. This energy is unfolding throughout August 2025, and I thought it was worth a deeper dive as it deeply reveals how feminine energies are rising. The sacred feminine is healing, and there are beautiful gifts within our intuitive guidance at this time that could feel softer and more behind the scenes, but also very wise, cosmic, and powerful. So we're going to do this short podcast episode on this Water Grand Trine, which involves the Venus-Jupiter conjunction occurring at 14 degrees of Cancer, August 11th and 12th. And it's important to note that this conjunction between Venus and Jupiter is also conjunct the fixed star Sirius, located at exactly 14 degrees of Cancer. We will be discussing that a bit more in today's show. So you have this alignment in the middle of Cancer, trining the North Node at 18 degrees of Pisces, and also trining a lineup of two asteroids and Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio. Black Moon Lilith is at 15 degrees, Vesta is at 16 degrees, and Juno is at 18 degrees of Scorpio. So as we count the points of the North Node plus the fixed star Sirius, we're working with 7 energies in this Water Grand Trine. Water is associated with femininity, flow, intuition, your feelings, trusting what is moving through you with the ability to go deeper and move into your creativity, heart, spirit, soul, imagination, psychic abilities, and so much more. There is such a depth when the water signs are featured. And I feel that this is bringing us into some forgotten memories, soul imprints, and beautiful sacred wisdom that we're meant to tap into in order to heal it, release it, and experience a renewal. So I'm going to go into what I'm sensing around this energy. I'm going to get into that here in just a minute, but for those who are new to some of the asteroids, let me quickly introduce what Juno, Vesta, and Black Moon Lilith represent in astrology. You can think of these asteroids as specialists. Black Moon Lilith, however, is not an asteroid. Rather, she is a fictional point located at the lunar apogee, which is where the moon is the darkest. It's how the moon transits around the earth, and the lunar apogee is when the moon is far away, and that's where Black Moon Lilith resides. Her energy is in the primal, instinctual, emotional self. She holds parts of ourself that we don't want others to know or see. It can be very raw and expressive. It can be the parts of ourselves that we are grappling with at times, where we have fears and hidden truths, as well as unconscious needs. Black Moon Lilith is a deep connection to lunar energy that is hidden and out of sight. It's where we can have some very uncomfortable and traumatic experiences that we travel with. This is our secret self, our hidden self, and even the pain that we hold and carry. And in Scorpio, there is certainly more of an intensity to being brutally honest with ourselves around where we experience more of those, what we could call darker feelings and emotions. So as Black Moon Lilith continues through Scorpio until December 20th, 2025, we have more of an invitation into our own taboos, secrets, or extremes, our truer desires, wants, and needs, and even the powerful urges that she's connecting with, because she wants you to claim your truth. She wants you to own your wild power and to look at how it's opening you up to more psychic abilities, intensity in emotions, and more passion, especially in Scorpio. So all of these themes are very important, because now she is experiencing a conjunction to Juno in Scorpio and Vesta. Juno is connected to partnerships and commitments, how we show up to merge with others, our experiences of what it means to be loyal and committed, the vows we take, our devotion and dedication to others. And so Juno can bring up how you show up in intimate relationships and connections, how you handle disagreements and discord in partnerships, what marriage means to you, as Juno is about passionate marriage in Scorpio. She also brings up our fears and what we're facing through our connections with others. Then we also have Vesta, the brightest asteroid in the sky. You can often see her from Earth without binoculars, and Vesta is connected to our sacred light, internal peace, home, hearth, and our sacred flame that keeps our soul burning with a special purpose and ongoing care. Vesta is connected to the sacred flame of our soul, the energy and light we carry across multiple incarnations that also grounds us in the physical. Vesta is also connected with the power of sacred sexuality, especially in Scorpio. And so here we have in Scorpio some very important themes that are meant to arise within us for healing, empowerment, and renewal. The Scorpio energies is where you can hold deep imprints of damage, betrayal, suppression, and wounds that your body has energetically contained across lifetimes. This can be a time when you're coming into a deeper understanding of any wounding around your womb, sexuality, physical self, heart, emotional needs, and feeling safe to be in your power. Obviously, these are big themes, and they are themes that we're meant to approach and understand with great responsibility and self-love. And I'm feeling that what is moving through us at this time is that there's an awareness of where your innate sacred power has been shamed, controlled, manipulated, betrayed, or withheld. That there is an understanding of what you've been holding and carrying that maybe has been wildly unconscious, and it's rising up at this time so that you're seeing it for what it is, with the intention of reclaiming the parts of yourself that make you beautifully loving, infinitely creative, wildly intuitive, beautifully devoted to another, and even with a deeper connection to your own vulnerability. But throughout lifetimes, these are exactly the parts of yourself that have been turned around and used against you. It would have been abusive, an attack, using your vulnerability against you, using your sexuality against you, using your intuition, your creativity, your innate soul guidance and power, turning it into a wound, a persecution wound, a rejection wound, anything that required you to suppress your power, your desires, your sexuality, your sense of self, anything that disconnected you from a deeper trust in yourself and your ability to be powerful in your truth with your gifts. In Scorpio, that would be in connections and relationships with those who wanted to harm you, kill you, hurt you, wound you for their own empowerment. These stories are now changing. These stories are now evolving. There is a rising presence on the planet within every being around the strength of their feminine energies and what it means to be fully present and seen in a world that is being required to make space for the evolved feminine, the rising sacred feminine energies within all of us. And so at this time, this Water Grand Trine is bringing us into deeper truths around what we are healing and reprogramming, and we're doing so with the support of that North Node in Pisces that allows you to let it go. Let go whatever it was, move through whatever you've been through, to do so with honesty and emotional intelligence, to do it knowing that it's okay to forgive myself, to be compassionate to myself, and to release myself from these previous chapters, experiences, and energies that are not a part of my future. This is a closing out of whatever that has been, and the Water Grand Trine supports the movement of that, whether that's moving the energy through you physically, through sweat, tears, release of any kind, whether that's through being in a body of water, allowing that water to support you and hold you. Maybe it's a return to feeling the safety of being in the womb, being held by the strength and power of womb energy to heal your own birth, to heal what it felt like to arrive through your biological mother, and to look at what you are now healing as you are welcomed onto the planet in your full truth and essence. And then we have the power of these energies in Cancer. Venus and Jupiter conjunct Sirius at 14 degrees of Cancer is a beautiful return of the fullness of the heart, true love, deep connection, feeling bright and strong in what you need, allowing a form of spiritual illumination to shine through that Sirius frequency, to allow yourself to be energized, rebirthed, and renewed, because you're reclaiming the purity of your soul's desire to connect to others through safe, reciprocal channels, to be fully present for yourself and to do so with another, to allow yourself to be fully loved, to receive that love just as you give it. This is a very deep movement in the sacred feminine energies on the planet. It's being able to rise by going into the depths, going into the deep end, to excavate out and purge away those damages that were very limiting. And it feels too like there's so much cosmic support that you could find the energy moving through you and you can't understand it. It's not logical or rational, and it's not meant to be. It's meant to be an energetic flow much bigger than you that is allowing you to wash away any of those limitations, experiences, or imprints that actually only brought you more wisdom, more fullness, and more understanding of what the human experience could be. I feel that this allows us to support one another even more, to be better healers, guides, and therapists to our friends, to be better counselors and support systems for those who are going through the depths of their own healing. It feels like so much is able to flow through us that it opens up these big compassion vortexes within us, and we're able to see the truth of another's pain as well as the power in their own healing journey. So as this energy moves through the planet, we're going to feel it. And as we sense it with deep sensitivity and compassion for others, we can blast out the higher frequencies of love, forgiveness, and peace. Forgive another for what they're choosing on their soul journey. Bring yourself more peace for what you are claiming, desiring, and how you wish to move forward. Offer more love that's unconditional of what this human journey is about, knowing that it's also a very personal soul journey, and that each of us is on a soul journey with many twists and turns, switchbacks, highs, lows, every direction unfolding at once, perhaps. This is a time of being deeply aware of the highest frequency of love, and that this Water Grand Trine can direct you to more love in your life, more love in yourself, more love with others. I'm also seeing this as a reset of some kind, like it's an infusion of energy, especially directly conjunct Sirius. It's a blast of elevating to the next level, because the Sirius archetype is connected with success and what you're ready to level up and move into next. And Sirius conjunct Venus and Jupiter at 14 degrees in Cancer is more success in the heart, within families, in a home. This is connected to what do you want to heal with those closest to you? What do you want to trust more in yourself? The Cancer energy is about growth, emotional growth. How are you ready to emotionally grow by trusting yourself more? And as you do so, it changes your aura and you pull in even more individuals who are trustworthy and loving and kind. You magnetize in more of those of the same frequency, and you do so with greater effortlessness. There is this magnetism here with the Venus-Jupiter conjunction, conjunct Sirius, and it's an emotional magnetism. It's also a higher love frequency that I'm seeing as this beautiful kaleidoscope, changing what was gray into bright colors, allowing us to be very honest about what we truly desire, which is the energies in Scorpio. What do you really want? And what would you want if you weren't afraid? If you didn't have past experiences that were damaging, hurtful, and painful, what would you choose that would light you up and give you a new lease on life? Where are you ready to be in the power of your heart's desires and what you want in this life because of what you've been through, because of how you've been strengthened, how you've gone through the depths, drama, and pain to only reach the other side that is the light at the end of the tunnel. And as you arrive at that light, what is it for you? What is the biggest, wildest dream that is now ready for you to fully embrace it and merge with it? What are you ready to fully absorb in your being? And that is a key word with the water signs, is that they absorb. And so there are energies here coming through that are very high vibrating, high frequency. How will you absorb them into your beingness and feel validated for what you've been through as part of the journey to greater self-love, part of the journey to greater self-empowerment, personal strength, and renewed courage? That's how I'm feeling this Water Grand Trine. I'm feeling it as a strengthening of our emotional endurance, as our capacity to love. It feels like it's bringing in more for us to believe in and trust within ourselves, and to know that this is an infusion of divine love and divine truth coming from the cosmos to heal some of the darker chapters in your life. And so there is a call to be very honest with yourself about how you're truly feeling, to honor what Black Moon Lilith is holding for you, because her conjunction to Vesta and Juno in Scorpio is burning away some of those darker, even vengeful energies that Black Moon Lilith can hold. And so this is not an energy of spite, attacks, revenge, or being vengeful, which can certainly be the case when there's a lot of Scorpio energy in the mix. This is a healing feminine energy that regenerates, and she allows herself to move into the darkness to regenerate, to have that private, intimate experience of her energy coming alive at a whole new level, the phoenix rising from the ashes that then emerges with greater self-empowerment than ever before. So as this Water Grand Trine moves through us, it's allowing us to beautifully purge, release, and finalize any dense, heavy energies that you've been holding and carrying, while inviting in more of the universal forces to support you in spiraling up to this next level of yourself. A Water Grand Trine is water in continual motion, so you also want to be intentional with directing it up as part of your ascension journey, to see that spiral lifting you higher, and to know that it is invitational with the water signs. So you want to be open to what you're ready to call in and work with, as well as the willingness to release, forgive, and let go, which is essential with that North Node in Pisces. So I hope this has given you some powerful things to work with, perhaps some personal insights or messages you've been receiving align with the themes of this Water Grand Trine. It can be more of a background influence, especially with the strong fire and air energy we have in the mix right now. But this is the subtle work that's going on behind the scenes, and perhaps you even feel it more strongly at night or when you're resting in your dream state. You can certainly invite in any of these archetypes to support you because they are probably very willing to work with your energy and help whatever you are healing, forgiving, and moving through at this time. This Water Grand Trine is going to continue into September, but it will have less energies involved. So it will continue to have Jupiter in Cancer, North Node in Pisces, and Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio, all connecting through the Water Grand Trine energies. But Venus in Cancer will move forward, and so will Vesta and Juno in Scorpio. This is wild, powerful, sacred, feminine energy rising. May you feel it, may you be it, may you own it, and may you also feel a very deep connection to the expansive energies of sisterhood on the planet, where we are understanding more about our common themes, our overlapping similar experiences, and how we can beautifully unite through a cosmic circle of unity that supports all feminine energies within us rising. As always, thank you so much for joining me for this podcast episode. I have new episodes for you every Monday and Wednesday. And on my YouTube channel, I have specific videos discussing Juno in your astrology chart, Vesta in your astrology chart, Black Moon Lilith in your astrology chart. And I will put links below the podcast episode here so that you can go discover more about those archetypal influences for yourself. And I also give you guidance on how to find them in your own chart. So I hope that you enjoy going into more of these asteroid archetypal signatures, and wishing you a beautiful, empowered journey here as this Water Grand Trine unfolds into September. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you back here soon.